Good morning and welcome. My name is Never and my teammates are Christina and Mark. In recent decades, there is an increasing number of people have been concerned about the social inclusion issue, which is the gender income inequality. Our presentation is actually going to reveal that how people can reduce the gender income inequality at work. I'm going to introduce our topic and provide some background information with data. Christina and Mark will focus on the recommendations and benefits, which will explain from the perspectives of education and business approaches. Before the end of the presentation, I will explain which recommendation is better for narrowing the gender income inequality. First of all, gender income inequality can be defined as the difference in the income of men and women for having the same or similar occupations or tasks. According to the research, women full-time workers can earn about 79% of what men can earn every year. However, after restructuring the executive position in companies, the gender income difference still remains 17.1% by 2016. Move to Mark, please.
The first recommendation is talking about education. Education of female it seems as a major issue for reducing gender income inequality. According to a research, the increasing level of female education has improved the productive force of women. For example, in Peruvian, women and men both accepted the high school education. As a result, the wage in future, women increased it 11.5% and men were just increased it 5.3%. So, it might be proved that education for women has affected the gender income inequality. However, even the academic achievement of women tends to be higher than men. Still, women did not translate their better performance into higher level of educational attainment relative to men. It diverged another view that education is not just focused on how many scores women have. It's more likely to consider the decision-making of women. To be more specific, education helps women have more suitable choice for themselves to have a better wage in future job. Move to Christina.
The second recommendation involves an accountable business approach for recognizing business corporate social responsibility. This recommendation requires business funding to narrow the gender income gap. The first method is to offer satisfied rewards and treatments for the female workers, including maternity pay and leave, on-site childcare service, and working from home. These attractive conditions appear to women so that many more of them would want to engage in the workforce. Secondly, it is significant to establish a salary review committee, which would be a platform to allow female workers to address the issue of obtaining fair salary, such as given to men. These two effective methods in the business approach are really beneficial for both individuals and the economy. Based on our data analysis, there needs to be tax and incentives aimed at serving the women workers and empowering them to find a healthy work-life balance. For the macroeconomic effects, the study from the World Economy Forum demonstrates that if the gender income gap was closed by 25% because of increased economic participation of female in the workforce, by 2025, the global GPA would increase by 5.3 trillion over the same period. Move on to level.
To sum up, the business approach is an effective method to narrowing the gender income inequality, but education is much better approach to address this problem. Business approaches are normally assisting women at work, for example, providing maternity paid and leave, on-site childcare services for the women in companies. In other words, the business approach is not a direct enhancement of women's overall abilities. However, education provides direct and indirect benefit for women. Education brings benefit for the expected future income of women. In other words, having upper secondary education increases women's expected future income by 70.1% compared with 5.3% for men. However, education also has the indirect Benefits for women. Education can improve and enhance the talents and skills of women, especially in decision making and managing. At the same time, education can enhance women's human capital and help the economic growth. In conclusion, education is a good way to narrow gender income gap because it helps women improve their overall abilities and talents and know their rights in the workplace. However, in today's modern society, should we ask ourselves why the gender income difference still exists with relatively equal education? And here are some reference for the presentation. Thank you for your attention.